Welcome back, everyone, to the Lonely Basement. Baseball cards. And guys, today I wanted to go through my Mantle collection. I am kind of looking at my list and what I have and doing a more comprehensive approach, organization, to what I need and my personal want list. It is not a PSA checklist. No registry. It is the Keith registry. It is the Lonely Basement registry that I am working on. And these are the cards that I want. And so that will be the registry. So I figured I got them out. I went through them all. I was kind of seeing where I was at number-wise. And I will tell you my list. And this list does not technically include. Because what happens, guys, in the book, all my Mantles are listed in the team set order. But I wanted to kind of pull the Mantles out and put them on a separate list. And even though I need them on both lists, I kind of wanted to make sure I was focusing on what I needed and have a separate Mantle run list. So we made a new list. And my wants and needs and desires. There are 41 cards left on the list. On this list, does not have 52 Topps or 51 Bowman. Let's just kind of put them in the corner for now. Nobody puts Mick in a corner, but we'll put those in the corner for now. So I had all the cards out. I made a little list. I looked at some things online. I looked at some books. I looked at some fun stuff. And I kind of collated a new list of wants and desires. And that's 41 cards left. I have 21 vintage Mickey Mantle cards from counting 69 from playing days. So that's where we're at. And I figured I have the cards out. I'm making the list. Let's run through our progress report. Let's do a little progress report from the Lonely Basement. Mickey Mantle run. So here's two cool cards that are not vintage. Although I guess now they might be. We'll start with these. These are from Mickey Mantle's Restaurant. You can get anything you want at Mickey Mantle's Restaurant. And these are very cool. I got these at Mickey Mantle's Restaurant, I believe. There you go. For immediate release, 1988. I believe I got these in 1988 at Mickey Mantle's Restaurant. I had scallops and rice pilaf. Before a Yankee game with my father, my mother, and my brother, we went to the Mick's Restaurant. Special treat for the boy, which was me. And these are beautiful. It's a beautiful picture, and these are just cool cards. And I got two. There you go. Pack Fresh from Mickey Mantle's Restaurant. 1988. And I have some other stuff here I've shown. There's our Kmart. Woo. That will come into play later in the run. But I wanted to show those restaurant cards off. There you go. 75 Topps. That's also our 56 Mantle placeholder, right? Because we don't have one. But we'll get to that. So, I'll go through the cards I have, kind of just show you what I got, where I'm going, what I need, and maybe you'll get a story on the card, maybe you won't. Most of these have been shown, except for probably one, actually, if they're all pickup cards. So, 69 Globe Imports. This was bought from Mr. Sammy Thunder at the Fishkill Show. The Ace of Spades, Mickey Mantle in the giant top loader. There you go. Sammy does everything big, except his top loaders for Globe Imports. They're tiny. We have our, well, let's do it because we just showed it, our 69 checklist. Has a little mark. I've mentioned before, I got a text message. I have a tendency to not check the backs of checklists. It's a bad habit. I'm trying to break that, but this is not checked, but it does have a mark. But that is just fine for a checklist card for me. The decal. We got this at the Milford Show. There's our decal. Beautiful. That would have been a great card. I think that would have been a better card than the actual 69 Topps card. Kind of do. Let's see. Our 69 tops. Work keeps texting. I was already on a work call today for an hour on my day off. Stop texting me. There you go. Our Mantle. Picked up the Philly show. 69 in yellow. I would like a white. That is not on the checklist, though. To be fully honest, I did not write that down. I probably should, because I do want one. Mangini, sell me that extra white one you got. Here we go. Our game card, 1968. This card, I might upgrade this card. I don't upgrade a ton. This one has got a little something, and I don't know. I don't know if I need to upgrade that, though. You never know. Our 68 tops. There you go. And a number. It's right there. It's a good plus. I got a plus on my 68 tops. And I've said it before, but I tend to cards I like more, I'll put more money into. Stop texting me. I'll put more money into the cards I like more, and I'll try to buy the ones I'm not as, jazzed about in a little lower grade. But I do like a decently centered card. I do like decent corners. But if it's got a little something something or a little something something, I don't mind on a lower tier card for me. My 67 Mantle, which we bought from a modern dealer, 2.5, because of that pretty little mark right there. But this is a beaut. That one we got at the Philly show also. A lot of Mantles come from Philly. This one is an interesting one. This is my decal. Would you like the front or the back? Or the back or the front? And this card is a beautiful version. I bought this card from Mike Junk Wax Hero. Nice, Mike. He mentioned on a call, he mentioned on a show when he had his wall behind him. His wife likes to turn him upside down. He mentioned this card would be something he'd be willing to part with. He was kind of going through his cards, and he said, this one, I probably might be selling this. So I messaged him. I said, hey, you want to sell that? I'll buy it. And we worked out a great deal. And thank you, Mike, for my decal. Another fun one for me. Now, this card is the most plentiful card you will ever see of Mickey Mantle, the 66 tops. This is the first real Playing Days Mantle I bought when I got back in the hobby, and I bought this card on Whatnot. I mentioned it before. I did a little 3-month Whatnot spree there when I first got back into collecting. I'm like, I don't know where the shows are. I don't know what's going on. But look, here's baseball cards. I can just buy them. When you're buying vintage baseball cards, it helps to actually not see them like this for 10 seconds before you bid on them. Now, this card is OC. I knew it was OC, but it's got a lot of other little things going on with it. I had a number in mind. I bid to the number. It does have a great color. I bid to the number. Somebody else bid like another $10. I was like, it's $10. And long story short, I overpaid slightly for this card. 1 or 2 bids extra, and I won. But I overpaid for the quality of the card. So this is another one I may someday buy another version of. But that is my 66 Mantle from Whatnot. Let's see. This card we've shown before too, but this is I bundled this. This is my 65 Tops Embossed, the Mick, in perfect condition for what I need a 65 Tops Embossed to be, which is not super great, but you can't even tell it's him. This card came from B-Roth. I bundled this together. I literally paid $25, $30 for this card. I will take that every time. I bundled this with a couple of the cards I bought from him, and we kind of made a deal on this one. And he said, I'll give you this for this and this for this. And so really I paid about $25, $30 for this. I'm happy to have it for that price. That is my Forever 65 Mantle Tops Embossed. We just showed this card the other day. This is our 64 Tops Mickey Mantle. Beautiful. It does have a little indent. This is the first card show Mantle I bought at White Plains when I got back into collecting, and I did not notice because I said, oh, this is not a 4. This is like a 6. This is beautiful. Little OC on the top, but that's all right. But I did not know it had this indent right here. There it is. Sometimes the grading companies know what they're doing. Sometimes they don't. But that is beautiful. Beautiful card. 63 tops. There we go. Oh, wait. Yep, 63 tops. Wait, nope. Where was 65? We don't have one. 65 tops is on the list. I will forget the ones I'm missing probably every time. I do need a 65 tops Mickey Mantle. Just one I have not picked up. Oddly enough, I see them every show I go to in giant piles, but they're very plentiful. Just haven't picked up a 65 yet, but we will. 63 tops Mick. There he is in all his 63 tops glory. This is a national pickup. I bundled this together with the 68 I already showed at the national when I first picked up the national. There's a number on it. If you care of such things. It is beautiful, and it is mine, and I will keep it forever. Now, we have 63 batting leaders. There you go. There he is. I don't have a ton of these kind of cards. The batting leaders cards, that's on the, I was going to say, what's that? It's on the top loader. I haven't bought a ton of the homer cards, the batting leader cards, home run leader cards yet. I have the 63, but there's a bunch on that list I made that I still need. They're pretty affordable considering other prices of the cards. Now, when I was a kid, little one, I had one Mickey Mantle Playing Days baseball card that I bought at the Middletown Holiday Inn card show. And this is it. I do not remember what I paid. Probably less than 20 bucks based on what I used to spend on baseball cards, but probably right around 20 bucks, maybe a hair more, maybe 30. Probably overpaid by 1989 prices or something. My Switch Hitter Connects, 1962 tops. It is beautiful. There it is, your nice rounded corners. There you go. There's the top. I've had this card close to 40 years, 30-something. And this is my only Playing Days Mantle. 2 years ago when I started collecting again. This was the only Playing Days Mickey Mantle card I owned. So everything you're seeing here is from the restart. But I love this card. I probably won't upgrade it. I'm good with that. But you never know. When I have the childhood card, I tend to not buy another copy of it when I've had it for that long. Just how the old brain works. Just showed this. This is my most recent pickup of a Mickey Mantle from the White Plains show in a 3.5 if you care. Of such things. There's a little wrinkle here. Other than that, it is beautiful. Got this from a modern dealer. I think I got a pretty fair price on it. A lot of these cards, a few of these cards, I feel like I got better prices than they should have been, and a few of them I paid fair. I don't think I really overpaid for too much, but I'll pay comps if I want the card. My 61 Mantle. This one actually, I was thinking about this. I don't remember who I bought this from. I want to say I bought it at White Plains, but I might have bought it at Philly, but I don't remember which show I bought this at, but this is in a VG3, but it is a nice copy of the 61 Mickey Mantle. Perfect for me and my collection. I'm basically looking for pretty well-centered and decent corners, clean face. I don't mind a wrinkle here or there, but I don't want it to be destroyed. And the older the card is, obviously, the quality may change. So, what did we skip? 62. We do not have a 62 Mantle. That is also on the short list. But we do have the Kmart card, baseball card, on baseball card. So there you go. 1960 Topps, Mantle and Boyer. I said Bauer once when I first showed this card. We don't edit. What am I going to do? Mantle and Boyer. There you go. Rival All-Stars. I guess Boyer and Bauer could be worse mistakes. Got this at the Philly show. $65. Now this one I want to talk about for a split second. But before we do that, we are missing 1960 tops. I almost bought a 1960 tops at the National. It was beautiful. It was a 5. It was very clean. It was super white. It was almost too white. And I almost pulled the old money out. I looked at it like 3 different times. I just felt it was cleaned. It was too clean. And I don't know if that should make me not want to buy a card, but for some reason, it made me not want to buy that card, even though I was like this close like to doing it. So I still need a 60. And in my price range, I haven't seen a nicer one than that, to be honest with you, that jumped at me. So maybe I should have bought it. Maybe I was just being a little too stingy, but it was super white and it was super clean. It had a little dimple on the edge, and the dimple was even like perfect. And I was like, it shouldn't look that clean. It just shouldn't look that clean. All right, guys. We don't have a 60, and we don't have a 59. Again, I almost bought a 59 at the National from Baseball Card Exchange. I looked at it twice. But again, some of these other cards we would not have if we had bought that 59. But speaking of 59, we do have a 59 card. Our authentic 59 Bazooka. This came from William Chappell, Mr. Bill Chappell, who always has amazing stuff to purchase. And this is in an A. It's a cut over here on the edge a little bit, and I think a little bit. But it is really super nice. I got a good deal. I bought a couple things from Mr. Chappell, bundled them together, and tried to get a little better deal. But he didn't go down too much. He's very stingy. But they are his cards. So I got a good deal, though. And we didn't pay sticker on this card. See that corner a little bit. But it is beautiful, nice color. And for a hand cut, I don't mind if a hand cut. I don't own any A's except for this one. But it's hand cut, and I don't mind buying an A and a hand cut. I don't know if I'd buy an A and something else. I haven't yet, anyway. So, 59 Bazooka. We do not have the 59 tops. And 58 All-Star. Who doesn't have a 58 All-Star? But let's talk about this one. This is an old SGC slab. I'm going to take this out. We're learning lessons in the basement today. This is one of the first cards I bought on eBay. One of the first mantles I bought on Whatnot. Lesson there is, I overpaid for the quality of the card, and I probably would have bought a better one for lesser money out in the wild. Well, this one was a first eBay purchase. SGC, old slab. Looked okay on the scan. It is little OC. I knew it was OC. And if you look with one of these, or close, right here, there is a line. And that line also continues. You could argue it's a print mark, but I don't think it is. It looks like pen to me. Now this is in A5. If you look at the corners, they're okay, but they're not great. And there's a mark on this card, I believe, unless SGC considered a print dot. So I bought this card. I got a good deal. I gave this guy a offer he couldn't refuse. I lowballed him. He immediately accepted the offer on eBay. Again, one of my first eBay purchases when I got back into the hobby. When I received the card, I noticed the slab looked kind of funny and cracked in multiple spots. I've since learned what that means. There's a very good chance the card was cracked out. I don't know how well you can see it, but there's cracking here. There's some snowing in multiple spots. I've since learned to inspect slabs. At the time, I was not as knowledgeable. So this is a 5, guys. If it has a mark, especially if it's pen, this is not a 5. It could be an old 5. It's possible it's an old 5. There's no way in heck this is a 5 if I sent it in today. I think I might have gotten jobbed. I think you can see it there. But there you go. Another lesson in the basement. Inspect your slabs, especially online. Make sure it's not a buy it now, no refunds. Make sure you don't get ripped off, because I paid for a 5. If I put this out at a table at a show as a 5, and a 5 price on it, I don't think I'd do very well. So 58 tops. We do not have 58 tops base, but we do have our Mantle Aaron, which we bought at the National also this year in a 3. This is a beautiful card. It just got a few little tiny surface kind of things, but other than that, it is sharp. It is nice corners. It is centered well. Little off, but it is clean. It's just got like a few little tiny things, and I think that's why I did 3, because I can't really figure out other than that why it's a 3 other than like a few little, dimples or like a little, but there are really not that many of them. But if you look closely, they're there. But it still feels more like a 4 to me, at least. But I will take it at the price I paid. This card I bought from a modern dealer, again, who sold a couple vintage cards in his case. And this is the card. This guy had this card at 180 in his case. And he was making a big deal. He's had all those Panini's shiny stuff laying around. He's talking to some guy, and I said, "Can I see that?" And he pulled it out and handed it to me. And I immediately wanted it. And I said, what can you do on it? And he said, "Oh, well, what do you think? Well, give me a number." And I said, and it was literally listed at 150 or 180. And I said, 120? And he just went, "Sure." And he was like I didn't even matter. I was like buying a $180 card. Like, that's, who cares? Like, I just wanted it out of my case. So I was like, okay. He came down $60 at the National without even haggling with me, and it took my first offer. So maybe I should have said 100. I don't know. But there you go. That's the story of that card. We're running out of cards here, guys, because we are deep into the 50s. 58 tops I do not have. 57 tops I do not have. 57 tops, we can go over that after, but it's one of the shortlist cards. It's one of my favorite Mantles, 57 tops, which I have yet to get. This is a Philly Show pickup. Did not take them out of the bag, guys, because I'm not going to take all these out of the bags to show them. But always use protection on your Mickey Mantle cards. This is in a VG4. I saw this card at the show at Philly in the fall. I did not buy it. I came back in the winter, and it was still there at the same table with the same dealer. And we made a deal. My Mantle Berra Yankee Power Hitters card. It is beautiful. In a 4. If you care of such things. Now, let's see. 56 tops we do not have. 55 Bowman we do not have. 54 Bowman we do not have. 53 tops we do not have. It's a big card show, guys. We do have our biggest card of the Mantle run that we own. Our 52 Bowman Mickey Mantle. It's good. I love this card. It's beautiful. I picked this up from Ash in the Philly show over the winter. And this card is good. It does have like a little wrinkle here. But the funny thing about that wrinkle is, I mentioned it when I showed this last time, it follows the pinstripe. So it's like, you can't see it because it's literally right on the pinstripe, which is kind of weird. But it makes it very hard to see. But you'll see it if you look close. But there's my Bowman 52 Mickey Mantle card. Let's be honest, little old me never thought he'd own. So that's my Mantle run, guys. That's where we're at. That is 21 cards. And that is 21 cards that we have. And there are 41 cards on my short list of the Keith registry. Got to have a Keith registry. And some modern stuff there. But where am I at for the year? I need 53 tops, 54 Bowman, 55 Bowman, 54 and 55 Bowman. I don't mind. And we're going a little long, guys, but it's a big collection. 54 and 55 Bowmans, I don't mind buying in a little lower grade. They're not as important to me. The 56 tops, the 57 tops, I kind of want at least a 3, a VG. If you, I do know what the grades mean. I am old school, but we get sucked in. It's funny, we get sucked into the numbers, even though you're trying not to. Like, you just start using the numbers as the grade, even if you're like, I don't, you could try, but you end up using the numbers as the grade. How often do you see VG or X? I still do, but then I also say 4, 3, like a 3, and what are you gonna do? It becomes the vernacular of the times. So 56, I'd like a VG. That's gonna be a big card. 57, I want a nice one. That's gonna be a big card. 58, 59, I don't need as higher grade in those. And the 62 and the 65 we'll just pick up as we go along when we have the funds. But the 53 tops is a big card, and I want that. It's probably like a $3,000 proposition in what I'm kind of around where I'm looking. We will see this year. That's on the short list. The Dandy and the Red Heart from 54 are on my short list, and the American Journal, which I still haven't picked up the New York American Journal. I'm still looking for the right price point mix of condition on that one. They're out there. I just haven't found them. Haven't found the one I want yet. But that is on my super short list with the 53 tops. The 53 Bowman is on my short list for the year with the 53 tops. If you notice, there's a lot of stuff in the middle missing. I'm kind of like, I went from buying all the old stuff, the newer stuff. Now I'm trying to buy the older stuff and then kind of fill in the middle last. I want the bigger cards. I feel like if I get bored with the Mantle run and I don't want to complete it, that's fine. If I don't want to buy all the posts and the jellos and all the bazookas, that's not a problem. But if I have my 53 tops, I have my 53 Bowman, I have a Dandy, I have a Red Heart, and that's a lot of funds, let's be honest. If I have those in the collection and then I pause on Mantle and I shift gears, I will be fine. It's that old set builders kind of idea of buy the big cards first, which I definitely agree with. I still need a stand-up. I want that card pretty bad too. But the weird thing about that card is it was $600 at the National. I looked at several of them. It was right in my short list at the National for about $500-$600 in like 4. By a couple months after the National, I was seeing those same graded cards at like $1,000. So I don't know, the stand-ups, if everybody just decided to buy them, but the market on the stand-ups, at least unless the National just prices were good, I was literally looking at them for $600, multiple copies in the 4, 5, 3, 4, 5 range for $600, $500. Now they're all over $1,000 in that range, and obviously nothing's changed except demand possibly. So stand-ups seem to have jumped pretty rapidly. We still need a couple All-Stars, 60, 62, 59. Those are lower end cards as far as the run is concerned. We need the MVP card in 61. So we need a lot of stuff, guys. There's 41 cards on here. All the bazookas are on here. The 68 bazooka is not super attainable. We might need to put that with the Bowman and the and the 52 tops. But all the rest of them are easily attainable. I still don't have a Giant, which was like one of the first cards I wanted with Mickey. I was like, I need the Giant, and like I haven't picked one up in 2 years. I don't know why. Sammy, the Transagram is on my short list for Sammy. There you go. And that's kind of the short list of what I'm looking to pick up. It's 41 cards. There's a Bomber's Best on there. Still need that. The AL Bombers I still need. I still need the Bowman Mantlebauer Barra card, which I almost bought at White Plains. That's not super out of control. So that's where I'm at, guys. 41 cards on my personal registry, the Lonely Basement registry, and I have 21 of them, and I have 41 on my dream list. I haven't added up a total on here, but, it's a lot. Even if you take the 68 bazooka off, it's a lot of money. So maybe another 2 years, maybe this could conceivably be completed. But this year, again, I'm trying to focus on the higher end attainable cards for me, which are like the 53 tops, the 53 Bowman, the Dandy, and the Red Heart. that's kind of where I'm at right now, mentally, with the run, and we'll go from there. That's cool. Opening day, Mickey Mantle. He's numbered. Ooh, some dollar box cards in the Mantle set. 57 apparently. I usually re-sleeve everything. I don't know how that one got by. This one I had to have. That's Turkey Red style Casey and Mick. What would that be worth? All right, guys. That is my Mantle update, my Mantle run, my Mantle registry, Lonely Basement Registry, updated for 2025. I wanted to have a short list of Mick pulled out of the team set lists, so I have a little focus on that, and that will be in the book. But I already know what all those are. All right, guys. You have a great one. That's a half an hour. I apologize, but needed to show them all and kind of update the progress. And that's where I'm at. You all have a great one.